Halo Sobat Faktor Mania, pada edisi kali ini kita akan mereview pertandingan antara Manny Pacquiao versus DIAZ. Manny Pacquiao saat itu pemegang sabuk juara dan DIAZ sebagai penantangnya. DIAZ berasal dari Meksiko. Fighter ini mempunyai gaya yang hampir sama dengan Pacquiao, yaitu agresif dalam penyerangan dan mempunyai stamina yang sama-sama bagus. Oke Fighter Mania, kita mulai pada ronde pertama. Pada ronde pertama ini, kedua petinju langsung sama-sama agresif jual beli pukulan. Sama-sama mempunyai pukulan keras, tapi Manny Pacquiao masih unggul dalam kecepatan. Banyak pukulan Pac-Man yang masuk hingga membuat DIAZ berdarah. Ronde pertama ini dimenangkan mutlak oleh Pacquiao.
From beginning to this point of his career, never once has he looked out of place in any weight class in which he's fought. The body just keeps getting better and better. And already Diaz begins to hit him in the body with the punches that are aimed at asking how well Pacquiao is trained. And already Pacquiao shows the speed advantage that makes him so special.
But I look what Pacquiao sees, the tight defense of Diaz. He's covered up and on the top, but he's trying to find a way to come up between his gloves. But took the signal with his left uppercut. See, he's just trying to right there. He's very smart. He realizes that it's not going to be that easy to hit him to the head on top at the beginning.
Maybe Diaz isn't a fast lightweight, but he's a strong lightweight. He's not easy to put away in a cold breeze, and Pacquiao can't expect for anything to happen quickly here.
Pacquiao is boxing tonight.
Terrific combinations by Pacquiao. Many of the punches being blocked, however, by Diaz's gloves.
Yeah, but Pacquiao's boxing, usually his footwork, his movement, is a lot different than I've ever seen him fight before. For the first time, he's got somebody that probably that he's faster than.
And you hear the adoration of the crowd. Reference to what he knew the crowd would be, Diaz said, in our Mexican heritage we have a statement, "Cocos pero locas." In other words, we may be smaller, but we're crazy enough to make our presence felt. Uppercut by Pacquiao, mixing his punches brilliantly. Catches Diaz with the left hand. With his gloves, but on the defensive before he finally breaks out with another attempt at body shot.
Diaz is doing a pretty good job defensive, but he can't do too much offensive simply because he's not fast enough yet. Until Pacquiao slows down, it's going to be hard for him to do anything offensive.
And a smile and a nod from David Diaz to Pacquiao as if to say, yeah, I get it. I understand why you're so great.
Ronde kedua masih tetap dengan gaya yang sama, yaitu jual beli pukulan. Di sini keunggulan Pacquiao semakin jelas, yaitu dengan kecepatan dan akurasi pukulan. Ronde kedua ini dimenangkan oleh Pacquiao.
And the uppercut with a left hand from Pacquiao. Again a body shot from Diaz. Momentarily drives Manny back. Advantage tremendously in Pacquiao's favor.
Yeah, Pacquiao's doing a beautiful job of boxing. Putting his combinations together, getting in and out.
Good left hand by Diaz. Caught Pacquiao right between punches. Lands the left hand on the chin again. This one hard lancing blow. Pacquiao with a big left hand lead over the top. And another uppercut.
Diaz is catching the punches for the most part.
Doing a good job with his tight guard. David Diaz. All those punches at once. And those. David is willing to weather the storm, looking for his few chances here and there.
That guy's throwing a lot of punches, but I haven't saw that much land. I don't know if he's going to keep up this pace, but normally he moves around that I see him press and then explodes. But he's consistently boxing, which is good. But I don't know if he can keep that up throughout the whole fight.
Pacquiao trying to thrash Diaz's lead. Catches him with a right and a left there. Crowd looking for him to land something big. And Diaz didn't manage to block the right hand. Big left over the top by Pacquiao. Big left over the top by Diaz. Blood coming from the right eye of David Diaz. Already Pacquiao has brought blood from Diaz. 40 seconds still to go in a wildly active round two. Great right hand lands for Diaz. Pacquiao lands his right hook.
Jim Strickland, the manager of Diaz, normally works in most fights as a cutting hand. So he'll get a chance to practice on his own fighter at the end of this round.
See a good one, Emmanuel?
That's a good cutting hand. One of the best in the business.
Little go to work on Diaz. The cut is
Here we see Pacquiao do something very unusual. Beautiful combination. Right uppercut, then followed by left, right uppercut, up and through the nose. That may have possibly caused the cut in the nose.
Well, you've done cuts, Emmanuel. Tell us about the difficulty of a cut right on the bridge of the nose.
Bridge of the nose is very different. It's not so
Ronde ketiga. Di awal-awal ronde, David Diaz mengawali dengan serangan pukulan beruntun. Namun di pertengahan ronde, pukulan Pac-Man mendarat keras dan membuat pelipis kanan Diaz berdarah. Ronde ketiga ini dimenangkan oleh Pac-Man.
25 for Diaz. A wildly active Pacquiao threw 114 punches in the second round. David Diaz won't just go away.
Pacquiao's speed is just right. It just stays just too much, and that's the best difference in the fight. Not only is he boxing, but he's doing a variety of things. He's jabbing, he's doing right hooks, right uppercuts, left hands over top. He's doing so many different things.
He looks spectacular, and he's doing it against the southpaw after not having fought one for years. Big right hook by Pacquiao. Another big right hook right on the button by Pacquiao. David Diaz has a stern chin, and he's taking these punches pretty well.
Well, it's going to be put to the test tonight, but Pacquiao's hitting with punches. I mean, consistently with both hands. David's speed is just too low.
What David needs to do is to go plant his head on Manny Pacquiao's chest and not move away.
Yeah, but he's just too slow.
Two good body shots for Diaz. And a third for good measure. Pacquiao again with that right hook, right uppercut combination. Tremendous work with the right hand by Pacquiao. Hooking and uppercutting just the same way we saw Andre Berto do it with his backhand last week. Pacquiao's doing it with his lead hand. The speed and skill of Manny Pacquiao is amazing to behold.
It's interesting to see him throwing a right hook and all these type of punches that he normally can't throw on the standard right-hand fighter. So he's fighting a left-hand fighter so he can do everything.
Well, remember when Pacquiao was great, even as a totally predictable jab, left-hand fighter? Now he's added all this variety to his game, still with the same physical talent. The courage of David Diaz is one of the key measures to making the fight watchable so far. He's too brave to just go away amid the onslaught from Pacquiao. Diaz mostly blocking that right hook. Pacquiao gets to his body. Just missed with what would have been a big left-hand connect in Pacquiao. Two body shots from Diaz, and a third one as the round comes to a close. Manny Pacquiao's won all these rounds.
You see right here, you see Pacquiao throwing his right hook, something that he can't normally do when he's fighting the stand-up right-handed fighter, and he seems to love it. That's been his pet punch so far, most of the fight. I was watching him, he's looking past Fedor Roach, giving instructions, looking at the replay in the arena.
Admiring his work.
Yeah.
Ronde keempat. Ronde keempat, stamina keduanya masih bagus. Namun Diaz sudah terluka di dua bagian wajahnya. Sehingga bila terkena pukulan lagi akan kembali berdarah. Hal ini sangat berpengaruh pada konsentrasi Diaz. Sehingga Pacquiao lebih leluasa menyarankan pukulan-pukulan kerasnya. Ronde keempat ini dimenangkan mutlak oleh Pacquiao.
The early evidence on Pacquiao moving up to lightweight, maybe he's finally found a weight class where he can be really good.
and he seems to be enjoying it. I think he needs to fight more southpaws, so he enjoys it.
And Big Dracula calls a halt to the action so that David Diaz's nose cut can be examined.
I think it's eye cut now. It's a little bit more serious.
This was one of the possibilities because of his blinding speed and major advantages. When at distance, Pacquiao would be able to cut Diaz up. Diaz's only response is to get more aggressive and try to do more damage, and that's what he's trying to do, leaving himself open for Pacquiao's assaults.
Speed is just too much. And the fact that Pacquiao's doing everything and moving and twisting and pivoting and turning all while he's punching.
A southpaw Jack Dempsey in the lightweight division. A non-stop aggressor with speed and power beyond compare.
Just the whole body rhythm and coordination of Diaz is just too slow.
And a cut now above the right eye of Diaz. As you said, Emmanuel, so he's bleeding from the nose and he's bleeding from above the right eye, and he's getting hit flush with a lot of Pacquiao shots. No matter how hard Diaz works to cover up against these onslaughts, Manny Pacquiao is simply too fast and too good. Perfect shot by Pacquiao. Diaz shakes his head as if to say to the referee, I'm okay. I know I just got hit with a howitzer, but I'm still here. Throw at the same time. The difference in hand speed is so
evident. The hand speed as well as the foot speed right there. Diaz not only the hand speed, but he just can't do with all the twisting and pivoting that that Pacquiao's putting into the fight also.
Diaz's left eye is beginning to swell. We're told that the cut to the right eye was caused by a headbutt. So we'll take a look at it between rounds.
Your last 30 seconds.
Here we see what possibly could have been the cause of the butt, which was a headbutt right there.
Well, that created the big cut over the right eye. But it's a moot point whether the cut is created by a butt or a punch at this point because of the violent onslaughts that Pacquiao is mounting in every round. Power shots through the fourth round. Diaz has landed 30 out of 141. Pacquiao has landed 80 of 255. He's averaging 64 power punches thrown per round. There's no way you're going to beat him if he's getting off that many shots.
Ronde kelima. Ronde kelima tetap dengan gaya agresif, keduanya jual beli pukulan. Ada pukulan keras David Diaz yang masuk. Namun luka di wajah Diaz kembali berdarah sehingga mengganggu konsentrasinya. Sampai ronde kelima ini, stamina Diaz masih tetap di level up. Ronde 5 ini dimenangkan angka tipis oleh Pacquiao.
Good body shots there by the determined and gutty David Diaz. He's demonstrating that as far as attitude is concerned, he won't take no for an answer. Hard right hand by Pacquiao. Uppercut stuns Diaz again. Pacquiao's ability to put his punches together with blinding speed is amazing. Leading with hooks, crosses, and uppercuts. Pacquiao more or less dispensing with the jab because he doesn't really need to set anything up.
No, he doesn't. He just really just have target practice right now for the most part.
Left hand pot shot across the top. Two quick right hands inside. Another uppercut. And Diaz, in the face of all that, comes forward. The bloody mask speaks for itself.
It's very interesting after Pacquiao's always been known as the puncher. Now to see him being a really technical, crafty, all-around boxer fighter is really a thing of beauty because I never expected him to look this good from his boxing in this fight. Even though I thought he would move more than not to do the things that he's doing.
And incidentally, in case you're really paying attention to Manny Pacquiao for the first time and you're looking at the possible fights ahead, how good is Juan Manuel Marquez of Mexico? Well, consider this. In 2 fights against Pacquiao, Marquez has won more rounds than Pacquiao has won. That's how good he is. If it weren't for the 4 knockdowns that Pacquiao has applied to Marquez, Marquez would have won both fights. Now Diaz gets a couple of answers in there. What guts! What determination by David Diaz! Left hand by Diaz momentarily stops the Pacquiao assault. The stars and stripes are bloody, but unbound.
Ronde ke-6. Pada ronde ke-6 ini ada pukulan keras Pacquiao yang masuk sehingga membuat Diaz sedikit goyah. Namun pada ronde 6 ini Diaz masih mampu bertahan sampai akhir ronde. Ronde ke-6 ini dimenangkan oleh Pacquiao.
Well, Jim Strickland's got a lot on his hands, trying to stop 2 bad cuts and try to talk his fighter through the fight at the same time.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Normally when he's just a cut man, it's different because he concentrates entirely on the cut, but he's trying to talk all the way through the fight. And I think that Jim is actually a pharmacist by trade too.
Action slows momentarily in round 6. They trade jabs in the center of the ring. Again, the dramatic hand speed advantage for Pacquiao, quite visible. Despite everything he's taken, David Diaz still willing to lunge forward, looking to land 1 shot. He's not exactly a power puncher either. Diaz will quit. He's totally willing to go out on his shield. So that puts pressure on the referee and medical authorities to be sure that they protect him in the right way.
As you can see, Pacquiao putting concentration on dropping those shots right on that eye. He ran a tremendous left cross right on the eye. He seems like loading up 900 pounds like this.
Pacquiao's not a sadist. He's a sportsman at heart, but he will do what has to be done, which is to continue to go after the damage he's already done to David Diaz. respect to the crowd as he continues to fire resolutely in round 6. And the Pacquiao storm once again continues. A tsunami, a hurricane, a tornado. Incomparable ring violence for this era in boxing.
The cut seemed to be a big factor. So, you know, actually,
ring doctor says he's okay. I'm sure that Diaz would agree. When he beat Eric Morales last year, he did it with his right eye swollen up like a tennis ball, completely shut.
one eye is swelling and the other one is bleeding, and they haven't seemingly stopped the flow of blood. And as soon as the bell rings, it starts bleeding right away again. It's a big factor in this fight.
Halfway through, they touch gloves in sportsmanlike appreciation for each other.
The closer you get, the more effective you'll be. I know that those shorter punches and everything. Oh yeah.
We see Pacquiao throwing punches in such a volume, and they're all coming from different angles. He's mixing up, and that's why it's so hard for Diaz to stop the punches, because he's not just throwing one punch or two. It's just the speed and the variety of punches is just too much for him.
Well, a perfect line of expert commentary there between rounds by Diaz. Close. I can handle his punches. He's jumped too fast.
Ronde ke-7. Pada ronde ke-7 ini, serangan Pacquiao semakin membabi buta. Banyak pukulan masuk dan telak ke wajah Diaz. Namun di ronde ini, Diaz masih mampu bertahan sampai akhir ronde. Ronde ini dimenangkan mutlak oleh Pacquiao.
Normally we look at Pacquiao as such a power puncher. Now he's a crafty technical boxer in this fight.
And let me just reinterpret what Harold said. What you're saying, Harold, is that he can't win the fight strictly because of that cut, because he didn't cause it with a punch.
It'll go to the scorecards and win. He can't win it on a TKO.
That's correct.
Whichever way it goes, he's going to win this fight unless he ends up with another disqualification.
Look at the combinations. To the degree that boxing can be a demonstration of supreme violence mixed with artistic brilliance, that's what Manny Pacquiao is providing tonight. Diaz keeps plugging away. He wasn't as fast as Zab Judah in 1996 either, but he somehow got that done. He wasn't as fast as Armando Santa Cruz 2 summers ago in Chicago. He somehow got that done. His career will never be compared with that of the great Eric Morales, but he somehow got that done. So don't tell David Diaz he doesn't have a chance. Doesn't believe you. And incidentally, lest you think that Pacquiao may have no other talents besides what he shows you in the ring, he's currently enrolled in college courses back in the Philippines. When he goes to class to sit in a college classroom, 5 armed bodyguards have to wait outside the building.
Once he says, when even in class, he spends more time signing autographs than he does doing homework or studying.
The teachers, like the students, scream and shout when he comes into the room and asks to have their picture taken with him. The way for a slower fighter to deal with speed is to try to...
Ronde 8. Ronde 8 ini, Pacquiao membombardir dengan pukulan-pukulan beruntun. Diaz mulai kewalahan dan hanya mampu bertahan. Ronde ini dimenangkan mutlak oleh Backman.
Any moment at which to make a statement. He's gotten in some body punches, but mostly he's
Strickland, about 2 rounds back, he just getting out the speed. And I think that's a good way to sum up. There's too much of speed.
Well, we wondered if Pacquiao would look any slower at 135 pounds than he did at 126 and 130. And Emmanuel, I think the early returns maybe made a little bit more dramatic because of the absence of speed from the opponent. Because if anything, he looks faster.
He looks faster, more natural, looks stronger. All the way down, much more devastating. As soon as this fight's going to have to stop him. So the referee will have to stop him.
Diaz gets in a good left uppercut of his own. Fires a straight jab, comes forward to make clear, I'm still a fighter, I'm not going to go away. But at this point, you worry about how badly is David Diaz going to get hurt by continuing to take punishment in a fight where he's not going to go down, not going to get knocked out. He blocked a lot of those shots. Sometimes the knockout is a merciful event.
Yeah, because right now, when Diaz throws punches, there's no power. He just pushing and stumbling and falling in. But there's no power. So it's just a matter of time before he gets knocked out. Unless the referee automatically stops him like that.
And if this kind of mercy that puts you on your back is not going to take place, then it's up to the referee and the medical supervisors at ringside to deliver mercy on their own.
Yeah, I think the referee's getting in position to stop him like that. He's looking at time, he's strictly at his eye, his face. He's getting in a position that his mind is functioning to stop him.
Increasingly on the defensive, Diaz has less and less to offer as the 8th round goes on. The crowd has gotten its money's worth. The crowd has seen the show they wanted to see. Manny Pacquiao has made his statement. There isn't much reason beyond a few moments like that for this to keep going forward. If ever you knew in advance that if things got bad, an opponent would be too brave for his own good, you knew it tonight.
Yeah, I think the quarter should stop the fight. It'd be a great way to end it, but it's over for all time.
Numbers show that from the 5th round on, David Diaz's punch output has been dropping. 65 punches thrown in the 5th, 57 in the 6th.
Ronde 9. Inilah ronde akhir dari perlawanan Diaz. Diaz terjatuh dan tak mampu melanjutkan pertandingan. Dengan demikian, Pacquiao dinyatakan menang KO.
I guess, given the accepted traditional ethic in the sport, Emmanuel, if this were Pacquiao's title belt instead of Diaz's, it would have been stopped before now.
It probably would have. You know, the Diaz want to keep coming all night. Even when he punches, he's ineffective. He's not a knockout puncher, so he's not going to perform one punch in the other. There's so much more punch damage than he can take before the fight eventually ends.
He's had his moment in the sun. He's got an $800,000 guarantee and the chance for pay-per-view benefits if the buy rate rises above a certain level. He got a lot of publicity before the fight saying, I'm driving a 1991 Honda with no air conditioning. He's going to get a chance to buy a new car.
Well, he might end up with $1 million for the fight, so it's a good paycheck. And he's did a good job. He's just not talented enough to compete on this level with the top fighters.
But he's brave enough to compete on any level. And he's proven that. His arms. If the idea here is that there's some honor in allowing David Diaz to finish the fight, that would be a very misplaced instinct.
It's not worth it.
There's plenty of honor for Diaz tonight. It won't be in some way embellished by letting him go to a bloodier, more brutal finish. How many more?
to that.
Welcome to the lightweight division.
Manny Pacquiao was sensational tonight. He put on a clinic, and it proved that he was much more than just a power puncher.
A flame of pure fire.
He did it all.
Incomparable in the sport. There's only one. Portrait of a superstar. Manny Pacquiao in bold relief. Floyd Mayweather retired from the sport a few weeks ago. It is expected that Oscar De La Hoya is going to retire by the end of this year. Where does the spotlight fall? Right here.
Here you see Pacquiao land a beautiful short left cross right over the shoulder. Diaz never even saw the punch.
Jab, left hand, good night. Merciful. Finally, the merciful knockout we were talking about.
Yes, it was. First class.
Right on the chin. Through 8 rounds, the 3 judges' scores were 80-71, 80-72, 80-71, totally academic. It was a bloodletting from about the 2nd round on. And if the question was, how good could Pacquiao look in his first fight as a lightweight? The answer is better than you might have believed. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars on the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we give the official time, a round of applause for a young man from Chicago with the heart of a lion, an Olympian and a world champion, David Diaz. Referee Vic Draculich calls a halt to this bout at 2 minutes, 24 seconds, round number 9. The winner by knockout victory, the fighting pride of the Philippines, now a 4-time world champion and new WBC lightweight champion of the world, Manny.
Rekap dari keseluruhan ronde, kita patut mengakui bahwa Diaz adalah fighter yang bermental tangguh, yang tak mudah menyerah. Namun Manny Pacquiao lebih unggul dalam kecepatan dan pengalaman. Tetap stay tune di channel ini. Semoga kita semua diberi kesehatan. Sampai jumpa di video berikutnya.